Hey everybody, picking up right where I left off last time, choosing Ray. Sailor Mars is our first character. We're going to jump right on into it here. Well, excuse me, being a Game Boy game, we have two buttons, jump and shoot. As we can see here, Ray shoots her Flame Phoenix, which ironically she used, I believe, once or maybe twice in the anime. So that's kind of interesting. She usually uses just her Mars Fire or the Burning Mandala, but one episode, I guess it does make sense since she did it during the R series. She combines her one of her paper talismans with her Mars Fire, and it turns into one of these little Flame Phoenixes and destroys the monster of the week. So I guess it makes sense. Boy, maybe I should be talking about the game. The most common enemy here in this first stage are the Yukionas. They are flying snow maiden things. They always take one shot to kill, even in hard, they're no big deal. Now those cakes restore a whole bunch of life. These rings, although I'm trying to look at it, they kind of look like rings, but they also kind of, yeah, we'll call them rings. They can give you 1,000 points each. And we got a moving platform here, jump when it stops. We're through with the first section already. Now here's Tuxedo Mask giving us some hints on how to beat the boss. And you see he dropped a rose, which we'll pick up. That gives us an extra life. And our first boss fight already is against Katzy. And I cannot remember her Japanese name to save my life, so I'm sorry. Her two main form of attacks are to cartwheel around the screen and throw pinwheels or fireballs at us. No, get away. Pretty easy on the normal setting. My next playthroughs of this are all probably going to be on hard. So, the bosses have about twice as many hit points, and my life bar is considerably shorter on hard. There are fewer pickups, the bosses hit harder, enemies hit harder. Now these Undyne things here, they take 2 shots to destroy, and they'll also take off 2 hearts if they hit you, so be careful with them. They are the first enemy in the game that can hit you for 2 hearts. And I'm terrible at dodging these spiked balls. I'm sorry, it's been forever since I've played this game, excuse me. Got some surprisingly tough dodging to do here. And we're just going to follow this elevator up as well. I haven't decided really how I'm going to ultimately do the commentary for this whole thing. If I'm going to do each video series like it's the first one and kind of start fresh with explanations, or assume the viewer watched them all and try to come up with brand new commentary for everyone. I don't know yet. But those giant hearts restore 1 unit of life. Again, Tuxedo Mask roses there, give us an extra life. I hate dodging these things. It's not nearly as bad here, but on hard mode, when your life bar is considerably smaller, every hit really counts, especially in this stage. Because there are not really checkpoints up until you get to the boss, so if I'm 10 inches away from the final boss, and I lose my last point of health, I'm starting the stage over. So that's no fun. Oh, precision moonwalk jumping. Just the way I like it. Alright, next boss. It is Rubius. And I have no idea what you're saying, Tuxedo Mask, but I assume you're wishing me well on my quest. Get another free guy there. Now, Rubius is a little fun. He will... Oh, God! He will mainly attack with fireballs and by dropping debris around you. The debris isn't that big a deal. Usually all you got to do is step forward a bit or step back and avoid it when it can't talk. Avoid it when it bounces around. And of course, actually shoot at him. It's pretty helpful. And we take him down pretty easy. I cannot reiterate how much more difficult this game is on hard. Like, it's not unfairly difficult. Alright, jump buttons are good when they work. Like, it's not unfairly difficult, but it's a noticeable increase over this. Mainly because of the much shorter life bar, and because enemy aggression seems a little more intense. Now we have these, I don't even remember what episode these chicks were in, but they can take quite a few hits to take out. It seems to be dependent on, excuse me, seems to be dependent on how close they are to you, how many hits they take. Gotta be careful with these platforms. Obviously this wasn't a bottomless pit I fell into. I just lost some good... What the hell was that? I just lost some goodies. This is literally the first time I'm playing this game in over a year, so I do not remember everything. I certainly don't remember those things. Seems like a snow princess just waiting for us. Oh, I guess I'll go down. Oh, and it's also important to note that you can't go backwards. You can't scroll backwards. So if you missed an item and scrolled off the screen, yeah, you're out of luck. This part's kind of cheesy because, well, there's multiple guys and you simply can't shoot that fast. But Yukionas are usually good for a power-up or two when there's a bunch of them. Those little things remind me of like those little kids things at like parks, you know, like the little ceramic pony on the spring that you can jump on. Okay, this is Esmeralda, I believe. Been forever since I watched the show too. She's really acrobatic, jumps around, does kicks and whatnot. And probably something else that I'm forgetting. She just threw something at me, not sure what it was. She's not too tough. Oh, she's got her fan. She's not too tough. The only thing you gotta note about her is that her attacks do 2 damage when she hits you. So be careful about that. But Fire Phoenix to the face does it every time. Moving on to unicorn-looking chicks. Moving on to stage 4 here. So when the game starts to get a little tougher, a little more aggressive with what it's throwing at you. I mean, really, if you're not paying attention, that thing's just going to hit you. Now, with these water chicks, I don't know if their real names are Undyne, but that's what I've always called them because that's what they remind me of, the water elementals. You can just kind of bait them, just stand still till right when they get in front of you, then just walk backwards, and they'll pop up and you can hit them. Unlike the enemies in the last level, where it seemed range could play a part in how many hits it takes to kill them, I mean, that was so obvious. I suck. The Undynes always take the same number of hits to kill, which is 2, if you're paying attention. Sometimes on a normal mode, you can get lucky and take one out in one shot. I have no idea what the mechanic behind that is, but in hard mode, it seems like they always take 2. Of course, a viable option is to jump over them and shoot them in the back, and to get clubbed over the head by unicorn-looking chicks. Hey, a rose. Yeah, that's weird. Now all of a sudden they're all taking 1 hit. I need to look into that a little more, see what the actual mechanic behind the damage is. But it's boss time. He will summon... God, finally, jeez, I couldn't remember his name to save my life. Sapphire. He has attacks, but he'll also summon the little Undynes. So overall, it's one of those bosses that he himself is not that bad, but you gotta be careful with his summons, because if you let them get out of hand, you are gonna take some damage, and that's all there is to it. It is also important to note, as you can see, that while he's setting up his attack, you cannot damage him. But however, when he's in the air and he's not charging up, you can hit him normally. So after his shot hits the ground and does its little explosion animation, try to pump a few shots into him. Yay! Winner! Alright, going on to the final stage already, and it looks a lot like the first stage, doesn't it? As you can see, I'm maxed out on my lives at 9, so normal mode is not a terrific challenge. But I expect this to change at least a little bit during hard mode. Again, it's not unfairly difficult, but your life bar is, I'd say, about half the size, and, well, life is a lot more fun on hard mode. That's what I'm going to be tackling the rest of these playthroughs, probably on hard mode. So you'll actually probably start seeing me die quite a bit on the next couple playthroughs. That's like Groundhog Day. Every time I transition a screen, I'm back at the beginning. This is... Oh, really? Did I mention I enjoy it when my jump button actually responds? I don't know what it is, like, I don't know if it's the emulators, the controllers, or what, but, I don't know, just, maybe I'm just off my game these last couple days, but, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go with the theory of I'm off my game after that. I just seem to be making horrible, getting horrible results on jumping. Not even in this game, but in, like, Mega Man and stuff, too. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to wait for that thing to float down again. It feels like I should be able to make those jumps, but apparently I'm horribly incompetent today. I was going to say, watch me still miss it somehow. The platform phases out or something, scrolls off the screen. Alright, Prince Diamond, it hurts. Be nice. Don't really know why Wise Man isn't the final boss. Of course, if you don't watch the series or know anything about it, that statement makes no sense to you. But basically, in the Sailor Moon R anime, the guy behind everything was a dude named Wise Man, and he was manipulating the Dark Moon family here. So while Diamond was a badass, God, I seriously thought I was gonna die on this attempt. Oh, and Rini has some Japanese words of wisdom for us. Japanese squiggles. And there's the first playthrough. Didn't take too long, huh? Obviously, the normal mode's a lot longer since you gotta do wandering about town and going through story modes. But going through the cut game where it's just the 5 action stages, pretty short, huh? So that's the first playthrough with Sailor Mars. I have no idea who I'm gonna do next. I'll probably decide when I hit the record button next time. So thanks for watching the first run through, everyone. I will see you next time when I go through again with a different Sailor Scout and on the hard difficulty. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.